Hey guys, so this week I used the new Sakuyamon stuff, and I just kind of wanted to show off what the deck build was like, and I guess at the end I'll talk about some of the changes I think I should make from this build. Alright, so first off, we're running 4 of the new starter deck 22 Viximon. When you play an option card with Onmyo Jutsu or plug-in traits, you can digivolve this Digimon into a Taomon, Sakuyamon, or Cubimon for free, basically. I mean, it's for reduced cost of 3, but since all of those cost less than 3, that's just free. You can only do that once per turn, but it's still like really useful for climbing up to your high stuff really quickly. We're also going to be running 4 of the BT17 Renamon. It's on play. You reveal 3 cards and add a card with Cubimon, Taomon, or Sakuyamon in name, and a Rika no Naka or option card with play cost of 2 or higher. And then the rest go to the bottom. The inheritable is if you play an option card with play cost of 2 or more, you can give -1 security to your opponent's stuff. And honestly, the search is what's really important with this to find your pieces as quickly as possible. Getting up into your Sakuyamon so that you can just go for an OTK is really what this deck is all about. All right. And in that vein, we are also running 2 of the EX2 Renamons. This one searches 4, and you get to add a Cubimon, Taomon, or Sakuyamon to hand. And then you can you can also grab a Rika no Naka. The inheritable is honestly more useful in my mind than the -1 to security. You get a memory back if you play an option with a play cost of 2 or more. And I should also say these. It doesn't say these. Don't say search out a Sakuyamon. It says Sakuyamon in name. So this will also search out Sakuyamon X, Kazuhamon, Sakuyamon Maid Mode, any of those things that you want to put in your deck. Also going to be running 2 of the new Starter Deck 22 Renamons. When moving, which is honestly that is a very new keyword. I think the only thing that I can think of that had it before this deck came out was a Batamon core. But anyway, when moving on play, by trashing a card in your hand, you can grab an Onmyo Jutsu or plug-in trait option from trash and add it to hand. So just helps you to recover some pieces that you might have already lost. And of course, barrier to keep Sakuyamon in the fight is always welcome. And last, for our rookies, I'm also running 2 Renamon X. So on play and when digivolving, and of course I can digivolve over a Renamon for free. You return 1 option card with the plug-in in its name from your trash to your hand. Simple and straightforward. The inheritable is if you play a 2 cost or more option, you can -2k to one of your opponent's Digimon. So this digivolving into it and raising, you get an extra draw, and of course you can also recover pieces that you've already used. As for our level 4s, I'm going to be running 4 of the new Cubimon from Starter Deck from Star 22. And when moving or when digivolving, you can reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and add 1 card with Renamon, Cubimon, Taomon, or Sakuyamon, Rika no Naka in their names, or an Onmyo Jutsu or plug-in trait from those, add that to hand, return the rest to the bottom. Whew, that is quite the list. And of course, if you don't have the new Renamon in the stack, this Cubimon also gives barrier. And then we are running 4 of the BT19 Cubimons. When Digivolving, if you have one or fewer Tamers, you can play out a Rika Nonaka for free. And the Inheritable, if you play a 2-cost or more option, if you use a 2-cost or more option, you get to do minus 2k. That word use is going to come up later for one of our combos. Honestly, really surprised me just how much the wording is going to come into play here. So, for our level 5s, we are running 3 of the new starter deck 22 Talmon. On play and when Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, one of their Digimon can't use when Digivolving effects and gets minus 3000 DP. So that can be used as removal for small things or something that you know your opponent is trying to get you to... if you think they're trying to get you to force an ace, then you can stop them from having a when Digivolving effect. You can also just kind of slow down their game plan. When attacking once per turn, you may use one option card with the Onmyo Jutsu or plug-in trait from your hand or under a Tamer without paying the cost. Very simple, straightforward, and honestly really helps out. So you Digivolve into this, you swing with him, then use an option card for free. And now your Viximon kicks in. You Digivolve for free into Sakuyamon, and then end of attack once per turn by trashing your top security card. One of your Digimon with Sakuyamon and its name unsuspends. So voila, you now have multiple attacks coming off of a for free Digivolution. All right. We are also running 3 BT17 Talmons. This has an 8 barrier if you didn't manage to get it at your level 3 or 4 slot. And when Digivolving, you may use one option card that is yellow or has plug-in in its name from your hand with the play cost reduced by 2. All right. Very useful, especially for getting up into your Sakuyamon in other ways. If, for example, you had to get into Taomon using the Viximon effect, you can use this to use some of the option cards I'll show you later in order to just have get up into Sakuyamon for free anyway. And then, of course, when attacking, if the Digimon has Sakuyamon in its name, you may use an option card that is yellow or has plug-in in its name from your hand with the play cost reduced by 2. Okay. And our last level 5s, we are running 2 Taomon Ace. Honestly, after how how big of a fuss this thing made last year, I'm surprised how many people just seem to have forgotten about it. On play and when Digivolving, if it's your turn, you can play an option card for free. If it's your opponent's turn, you give one of their Digimon security attack -1, and they can't activate when Digivolving effects. And then when attacking, the Inheritable lets you do -4000 to something. So this can stun your opponent. This can also get you, once again, into your Sakuyamon for free. And then you can attack with Sakuyamon and just start clearing little stuff off or weakening bigger things so you can swing over them. All right. Now, our level 6 is a little bit eclectic. So we're running one of the BT17 Sakuyamons. Also has barrier. Can Digivolve off of Maid mode. It's not really going to come up in this build. When Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -6k. And then you can play an option card from hand with a play cost. Let's see. Option card without paying a pay cost. You may use one 5-cost or lower option card that has plug-in in its name or is yellow. And your turn, when you use an option card with a cost of 2 or more, until the end of your opponent's turn, their effects can't return this card to the hand or deck. All right, so just a little bit more safety in certain matchups. The big bad herself limited to 1, so we only run 1. Sakuyamon from BT19. When Digivolving, draw 2. I mean, does she, like, the rest of the card could basically be blank, and that'd be pretty great. Then you may use 1 single color option card with a use cost of 5 or less from your hand without paying the cost. So that is, of course, going to be most of your options. And I'll show you how some of that can work in a minute. Your turn, once per turn, when you use an option card with a use cost of 2 or more, play 1 Pipe Fox token. It's 6k yellow blocker. And you do that for free. So this can help you go wide. And those Pipe Foxes really come in handy for more than cleaning out drains. Alright. I am also running 1 Kazuhamon. She is limited to 1. She's treated as having Sakuyamon in her name, which means that anything that says Sakuyamon in name does actually search her. And when Digivolving, you can use an option card with a use cost of 5 or less from your hand without paying the cost. Your turn, once per turn, when you use an option card with a cost 2 or more, you may play 1 Taomon or 1 level 4 or lower yellow or blue Digimon card from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. So, just once again, you can Digivolve into her and go a little bit wide. And, she only costs 3 to Digivolve into. And, of course, the new Taomon Ace, as well as the Star Deck 22 Taomons, both have on-play effects. So you can just recycle them. And then we are going to go into 2 of the brand new Sakuyamon Ace. She's got Counter Time or Blast Digivolution. She has Alliance, which really comes in handy if you've been able to build up that wider board. On play, when Digivolving, when attacking, once per turn, you may play a Pipe Fox. Alright, then you may use 1 option card with Onmyo Jutsu or plug-in trait from your hand or under one of your Tamers without paying the cost. So remember, you do as much of that effect as you can, so you can play out the Pipe Fox and then not use the option if you don't have one. But since she's got Alliance, Digivolving into her usually means you're going to do a couple of checks at least 17k. So it is very difficult for her to die going into security. Lastly, for our level 6s, we are going to be running 2 of the Sakuyamon X antibodies. Now, she can Digivolve over Sakuyamon without X antibody or without the X antibody trait for 1. When Digivolving, if Sakuyamon or X antibody is in her traits, or in her Digivolution cards, you can play an Uka no Mitama token, which is a 9k rush yellow vaccine. Not vaccine, just yellow. Alright. And that plays into her other effect. Your turn once per turn. When one of your Digimon attacks, you may play an option card from your hand for free. And let's see here. It has to be a play cost of 5 or less. And it can only be a single color. Alright. Then you can unsuspend one of your Digimon. Really make sure you read over this one. You'll probably see in a couple of the matches, I forgot that you have to play out an option card for this. I don't think it changed any of the outcomes, but it is a little bit embarrassing. Alright, so that's it for the Digimon. Now for the option cards. And boy, is it a sweet. 2 defense plugin F, 2 high speed plugin H, and 2 offensive plugin V. Alright, so all 3 of these have a similar main effect, where the first part says that you can link it for free. The link costs are 2, 2, and 2. So all 3 of them, if you don't want to play them and you just want to do the link, it's only a 2 cost. The security effect will Digivolve 2, and then add defense plugin to your hand. The main effect, of course, you get the free link, and then one of your Digimon gets reboot and plus 3k. Does not have to be the same Digimon that is linked with this. And that's until the opponent's turn ends. Then this Digimon, whatever you link it to, also gets blocker and plus 2k. Alright, like this is jam-packed full of effects. I honestly kind of like it. And you can disregard their color requirements if you have a Tamer out. That's one of the special things about plugins. And you don't even have to play any of these in Sakuyamon. All of them are able to plug into a level 3 or higher. Yeah, so that's it. No other requirements, just a level 3 Digimon. So, I guess Eaters and D-Reaper can use these. Anyway, so security, high-speed plug-in till the end of your opponent's turn. One of their Digimon or Tamers can't suspend. And the main effect is basically the same. One of their Digimon or Tamers can't suspend. The link gives jamming and plus 2k. So you make it so their blocker can't suspend off of the main effect. Swing in, jamming check, you're good. And of course, offensive plugin V. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP for the security effect. And the main effect, you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with less DP than one of your Digimon. And the link effect is the same thing. It's end of turn, this Digimon may attack. So you play it for free, or you link it for free, delete something with as much or less DP as one of your Digimon, which, if it's this one, has plus 2k now. And then at the end of turn, you get to swing in. Now that Digimon has to be able to attack, but you should have something that can do that. Running 2 scrambles. 2 cost, reduce Digivolution by 3. Several of your Digimon can actually play this card for free, so you can get free Digivolutions. And then, of course, the delay effect. If your opponent has Digimon out, you can use the delay to place this card, to place a yellow Digimon from your trash at the top of your deck. If you have no Digimon out after that, you can play a 2k from your trash for free. And the security effect is you can play a yellow Digimon card with 2,000 or less DP from your trash without paying the cost, and then add this card to your hand. Versatile, useful, very good. We're also going to be running 2 Amethyst Mandalas. So, first off, if it's trash from security, you activate its security effect anyway. Its security effect is to give minus 9k to one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if it's face-up insecurity, when any of your Digimon with Renamon, Cubimon, Taomon, or Sakuyamon in their name would leave the battle area, other than by battle, you can trash this card, and one of those Digimon doesn't leave. Main effect, draw 1, then place this card as your face-up as your bottom security. So literally, you can play this card for free with several of your effects and get a free draw. So it replaces itself, places itself in security, acts as a protection for any of your Digimon that aren't tokens. And then, if you trash it, you still activated security effect. If your opponent checks it, they activate the security effect. If they trash it, you activate the security effect. All right? Fantastic. Last option, we are just going to be running one Digivolution plug-in S. Main, draw a card. Fantastic. Then you may Digivolve one of your Digimon into a card in your hand that can Digivolve for a Digivolution cost of 3 or less without paying its cost. The whole deck Digivolves for 3 or less. So this is a free Digivolution. Okay. Security, reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Add one Digimon card among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards bottom of the deck in any order. Then add this card to your hand. So it gives you some search from security, but you're obviously not wanting it to be there. Okay. Tamers, we are running 4 of the BT23 Riko no Naka. On play, reveal top 3. Add one Digimon card with Renamon, Cubimon, Talmon, or Sakuyamon in name, and an option card with plug-in in its name among them to your hand. Then bottom deck the rest. Your turn. If you play an option card with a play cost of 2 or more, you can suspend this card to gain a memory. All right, so it helps you search. It also helps you keep turn and extend your plays. And our last card is, of course, the new Riko no Naka from Star Deck 22. Start your main phase and on play by placing one card with the Onmyo Jutsu or plug-in trait from your hand under this Tamer. Draw one and gain a memory. Okay. Then, your turn. When any of your Digimon with Renamon, Cubimon, Talmon, or Sakuyamon in name attacks by suspending this Tamer, you may play one Onmyo Jutsu or plug-in trade option card with a play cost that is equal to or less than their level for free. So that says use. All of your stuff says use. So Viximon sees that card get used and Digivolves for free. Renamon sees that card get used and gives you a memory. All of the effects say use. So they'll see it happen. And not to mention that you can play this for free off of your Cubimon. And then on play, you put one of your Amethyst Mandalas, which has the Onmyo Jutsu trait, or one of your new plugins. All 3 of them have the plugin trait. Play it underneath, gain a memory, draw a card. All right. Very straightforward, very useful. And of course, your Cubimon could then attack, activate this, use the plugin or Onmyo Jutsu, gain a little bit of advantage off of that. Viximon sees that, Digivolves you into a Talmon. Talmon activates a when Digivolving effect to the BT17 one can activate its when Digivolving effect to play out the Digivolution plugin for free, or a Scramble for free, Digivolve into Sakuyamon for free. So now, basically, off of what would amount to a 1-cost Digivolution, you've gone from a 3 all the way up to a 6, with the option of doing multiple attacks and multiple checks. Oh, and of course, we're also going to be running Pipe Fox and Ukonomitama tokens. All right, you don't have to get the pretty ones if for whatever reason you can't. Honestly, if you want to play this deck, just go out, buy 2 of the Amethyst Mandala advanced decks, and you can build almost this exact deck. All right, you get 1 Pipe Fox and 1 Ukonomitama token, and honestly, that's kind of all that you need. And any any card can really satisfy as a token as long as you know what it is and know what its abilities are. Pipe Foxes are 6k and have blocker. Ukonomi Tamas are 9k and have rush. Alright, so defense, offense. Alright, so that's the deck. Honestly, it feels like Sakuyamon has felt for the past few iterations. Very much so. Think about what you're doing as you're going through all the effects, and realistically, this has much more of a punch than what I thought it would. The basic combo that you're probably going to go for is start off with you have a Renamon or a Cubimon in the back, raise up, maybe get a search off. You're going to Digivolve, possibly for free using Digivolution plugins. And then you can Digivolve here, and then go up for free into your Sakuyamon Ace. Ace will play out a token. Swing, get your 2 checks in. If you're using the new Star Deck Talmon, get 2 checks in. End of turn, trash your top security, restand. If you have another thing out, then you can swing with Alliance again. So that's 4 checks. Digivolve for 1 into Sakuyamon X. So now you have another token. And then what you're pretty much going to do is swing with your Ukonomi Tama. Sakuyamon X will see that. You play out any option card, except for Amethyst Mandala, I guess. But any of these for free. It doesn't even matter if their effect fizzles. And now that does your last check. That's check number 5. Sakuyamon X restands and then swings for game. And that's it. This deck can go from literally not having hit a single security to game in 1 turn off of 1 stack. And you could do it for maybe 3 or 4, like 2 memory. All right. The only thing that I'm going to change after my testing, I didn't really feel like Kazuhamon was necessary for the deck. I wanted to put her in as kind of an experiment to see just what all this deck can really do. My plan is to drop her for another Amethyst Mandala. I didn't really get to use its protection effects as much as I would have liked to. And having 1 in hand so that I could use the new Rika's effect to just slot it underneath, draw a card, gain a memory, swing with my Sakuyamon, and then while I'm swinging with Sakuyamon, get a free draw and put that protection into my security. I feel like that would have been very helpful. But other than that, the deck is great. Definitely, if you're thinking about playing with Sakuyamon, go out and get Amethyst Mandala. It's pretty reasonable, and honestly, at a certain point, even just the tokens are kind of worth it. Like, this is some beautiful artwork. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the profile, and I'll see you next time. Bye.